Welcome back. My name is Kaushik and you are watching Kaushik's Everyday English. Today we are going to learn a very interesting lesson, the difference between simple past tense and present perfect tense. Now I have particularly chosen this topic for you because many a times I have seen that people commit errors while using these two tenses. They don't know when to use simple past tense or when to use present perfect tense. So, friends, this lesson is definitely going to be very interesting for you. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So the major question is, what is the difference between present perfect tense and simple past tense? We use the simple past tense when the action started in the past, finished in the past, and is not continuing now. And the simple past tense tells us that an action happened at a certain time in the past and is not continuing anymore. But the present perfect tense, we use this particular tense when the action started in the past and is continuing now. And the present perfect tense tells us that an action started in the past and is still happening now, or it is something that happens regularly. We may need more information to tell us how long it has been going on. It may also tell us that the time period it started in is still going on. So these are the basic differences between simple past tense and present perfect tense. But never mind, I'll show you the examples. Look at the first sentence. The sun rose at 6 a.m. Now follow the verb rose. It is in the past tense. The present form is rise and the past form is rose. So when I say the sun rose at 6 a.m., this is definitely simple past tense. I mean the verb is in the form of simple past. And we know that the sun came up at a time in the past. When I'm saying the sun rose at 6 a.m., I'm mentioning a particular time in the past. And we also know that it is not rising now. The action already took place in the past. And the sun may or may not be in the sky when this particular statement is made. So, over here, the time is important to add. And that's why we say the sun rose at 6 a.m. Now follow the second sentence. The sun has risen. Look at the verb, has risen. This verb is in present perfect tense because in present perfect we generally use have or has plus the third form of the verb, that is the past participle. And over here, risen is the past participle of the verb rise. So the sun has risen. Now this is in present perfect tense, and when we are saying this, we know that the sun already rose and it is still in the sky now. So there is a connection between the action that took place in the past and the present timing. Look at the next sentence. Jackson ate lunch early. Now ate is again the past form of eat, the second form of the verb. So it is in simple past tense. Now when we say that Jackson ate lunch early, it means that eating lunch started and ended in the past. So the action that started in the past, it also ended in the past. Someone might say this when the time for eating lunch had also ended. So lunch happened early and it is over now. Look at the next sentence. Jackson has eaten lunch. Now, has eaten is in the present perfect tense. Again, has plus third form of the verb eaten, that is past participle. So this verb is in present perfect. Now, Jackson started and finished eating lunch in the past, but the lunch time is still going on. The lunch time is not over. So someone might say this when others are preparing to eat lunch and they want to know whether Jackson will join them. So in that case, we use present perfect tense. Look at the next sentence. Jeff was friends with Kelly when he was a kid. Now over here, this is again simple past, was, the past form of the be verb. So this tells us that Jeff is not friends with Kelly anymore. When he was a kid, he was friend, but now he was not friends with Kelly anymore, and the additional information tells us when he was friends with her in the past. Look at the next sentence. Jack has been friends with Kelly since he was a kid. Now, has been is in present perfect tense. This tells us that Jeff was friends with Kelly before now. So the action that took place in the past and is still friends with her now. So the friendship is continuing and the additional information tells us how long it has been going. So I hope you understand the difference between simple past and present perfect tense. Look at the next sentence. She lived in Paris for a year. So when I am saying lived, it is in simple past tense and this action started and finished in the past. Right? So when I say she lived in Paris for a year, that means she lived in the past and the action also finished in the past. She is not living in Paris now. It is important to know the action lasted for a year. But when I say she has lived in Paris for a year, this action started in the past and is still going on now. It has not finished. So this is in present perfect tense, has finished. So it shows that she lives in Paris now and an additional information tells us how long she has lived here. Let's take up the next sentence. Meg ran 2 marathons last year. So when I say ran, it is in simple past tense and we know Meg ran 2 marathons in the past and the time period and the action started and finished in last year, that is the past. But when I say Meg has run 2 marathons this year, so has run is definitely in present perfect tense. We know Meg started running marathons this year. However, this year has not ended and she may run more marathons before the end of the year. So in this way, we use present perfect tense. So friends, this is for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's session and this will help you to speak English correctly and you can make your English sound as advanced as that of the advanced English speakers. I'll be back again with another interesting lesson for you, but before I leave, I would like to remind you once again to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back again next Sunday. Till then, stay safe, love your family, love your parents, and love yourself. Bye.